Hi guys, welcome back to Yaya's Craft House. So I set up this little background on my craft table. It's basically all of the little fall crafts that we have made together this year. And to me it looks like a little fall fair, so I thought I would make some little fair games for the dolls. I started with a piece of foam board that was almost 3.5 inches wide by 6 inches long. And I also cut out some 1/2-inch strips of foam board. I'm going to use these for the sides and to frame out the board. I used my hot glue gun and glued the 2 long sides on. I wanted to make sure I got them right up to the edge. I was trying to get this really straight. After I got the 2 sides on, I took one of the strips of foam board and cut it in half vertically. And I'm going to use these to kind of make the guide of where I want the little puck to go. So I glue 2 on at an angle on the bottom. And then I come back with 2 more and glue them at an angle going up on the sides. And that's basically just so the puck doesn't fall down in the little gap on the sides. Then I went ahead and glued on the bottom. Now I went ahead and glued on a little stand. I don't recommend doing that yet. When I get to the part where I add the pegs, I do remove this. These are some little checkers that I have with a little miniature Connect 4. And these are the dowel rods we're going to use to make the pegs. I'm just going to cut them maybe like 1/4 inch. I used this little tool I got from the Dollar Tree and a scrap piece of foam board, and I just poked holes in the foam board, and then I was able to just stick the dowel rods in it. That way I could paint them. I'm going to use this orange paint. And then I use the same tool and poke the holes in the board. Yeah, you can see here is where I take off the stand, so I do recommend waiting on that part. I was able to take my glue gun and just stick it down in the hole and push out a little glue and then stick the peg down in. And I'm not going to lie, this did take a while to get all the little pegs in. One of them was still a little wet, but I just took some white paint and touched that up. At the bottom, I took 2 other pieces of the dowel rod and glued them on vertically. And this is just to make the little spaces for different points. Then I came in with a marker and wrote in the different points. Now I finally put the stand back on. I had these little chicks left over from Easter, so I put them in a little basket. I thought they would be perfect for like a little prize. I found this at Five Below for $5. It's the world's smallest Barbie, and it comes with 2 dolls. I was surprised that it came with 2. They are really, really small. I think the case is adorable. I do think it's probably a little big for the Barbies, but I think it'll work. The whole inside of the case comes out, which I thought was pretty cool. Here it is in a Stacy doll's hand. I think it works with her. I think it's way too big for the Chelsea doll though. And here it is in a normal Barbie's hand. This next game, I don't know if you guys ever watched Bozo the Clown growing up, but he had a bucket game. That's kind of what I was thinking with this game. I took a piece of foam board and wrapped it in this scrapbook paper and glued it on. And unfortunately, I did not have any little buckets. All I had were these little glass jars, so that's what I used. And I just used hot glue to glue them on in a line. And then I took some of my air dry foam clay and made 4 little balls for this game. I decided to put them on dowel rods to dry because if you lay this clay down on a hard surface to dry, it kind of flattens out one side. For this next game, I took a piece of foam board and cut a hole in the middle, and then I used some orange scrapbook paper and laid it on top and traced out the hole, and then cut it out and glued it onto the foam board. Then I cut out some little triangles on a scrap piece of paper, and I turned the board over and glued them on for little teeth. Then I took some black scrapbook paper and cut out some triangles. And glued them on for the eyes and the nose. I wanted to make a little sign, and I decided the name of this was going to be Knock Mr. Pumpkin's Teeth Out. I don't know where I came up with that. So I just used the same orange scrapbook paper and wrote it out. And then I glued it on a piece of foam board. And then I used a popsicle stick and glued it to the top of the game. And then I made 2 stands on the back. Because there's a hole in the middle, I couldn't make one like the Plinko board. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up below and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you back here soon.